Hi, I'm Vee Roberts of insighttomarketing.com, and I'm a coach who is specializing in branding and marketing, as well as an international speaker and a multi-award winning trainer and consultant. Now, the reason I wanted to volunteer my time today is to celebrate Global Entrepreneurship Week. For the last 20 plus years, I've actually been working with businesses of all different sizes internationally, as well as entrepreneurs more recently since setting up my business. And I love to see results. I'm very result orientated. What I wanted to share with you today was why you need a marketing plan. And I know that whether you're a startup or whether you're just, plodding along and kind of doing ad hoc, right now is a time when you need to be coordinating your efforts, because you'll see much better results from your efforts if you are using a coordinated approach. So, who am I? I am a mother of four. I am the owner of Insight to Marketing, and I also do Inspire Your Biz networking events. And I work a lot with coaching clients who really do struggle with getting themselves organized. They've got lots of great ideas. Some of them have been in business for years, but they've kind of been, in their terms, winging it, and now want to kind of focus more, get more clarity, and also see better results for their efforts. Because after all, time and money is so important in your business. And if you are not currently looking at ways in which you can actually invest your time and money smarter, perhaps now is a good time to do that. So what I'm going to share with you now is actually exactly how you can coordinate your efforts to get better results, but not just that, how you can, look at planning as a bonus for your business to get you better impact. All right. So one of the first things I want to mention to you with my branding hat on is that it's very important to remember that even if you have got a marketing plan, doesn't matter how good your plan is, you need to have a solid brand, all right? And I'm not going to go into that too much now, but what I will say to you is a solid brand is not just about a logo and a website. It's about things like your tone of voice, the colors that you use, your writing style, how you show up online and offline, and also your brand story, all right? So think about that in terms of a separate kind of matter that's very relevant to your marketing plan. The other thing, or just two things actually, the other thing that I want to mention is that social media is a part of the strategy that I guess will help you to promote your business. Social media is not a marketing plan. So if you're just relying at the moment on online efforts or marketing your business using social media, then I would say to rethink that and maybe look at how you can use a combination of integrated marketing tactics that's going to get you much better results, hence why I'm showing up right now to give you tips. So the third point I wanted to raise was sales. Sales is relevant to your branding. Sales is also very relevant to your marketing. For indeed, if you don't have a sales focus, then what are you doing marketing for? So if you haven't yet got a sales target, I want to encourage you today to look at how you can actually write down what your objectives are going to be in terms of achieving sales. Whether that's sales in terms of bums on seats at an event, whether that's sales in terms of new coaching clients, whether that's sales in terms of getting people to attend your webinar, whatever that looks like, write it down. Set yourself a sales target, because that's what's going to help to give you better focus when you are organizing your marketing activity. Now, a plan could be as complicated or as uncomplicated as you want. And I like to work with simple solutions. So I don't go in with all the jargon and the complicated stuff. I'm quite straightforward, and I have a reputation for being very black and white. And one of the things I want to share with you today is that whilst there may be many templates online and all of these talks of funnels and all these, complex things, actually it's as simple as this. What are your objectives that you want to achieve in terms of sales? What are your financial goals that you want to achieve? Okay. What are the tactics that you can use to get you those results? What are the best tactics in your mind? And you've got to make informed decisions on that. Okay, looking at research with regards to your audience. Where are they? Where are they hanging out? What are they into? What are the kind of messages that they'll respond to emotionally? What's going to make them want to buy into your offer? Do they understand the benefits? The targeting that you're using, very, very important when it comes to tactics. Also, the way that you're going to measure what you're doing, because that's very important. Monitoring and tracking your success is very important. Okay, so a marketing plan is essentially you writing out or setting out, with or without a template, how you're going to try and promote your business, because marketing isn't just about telling people what you do in terms of your products. It's about the story you tell, and it's also about two-way engagement. So yes, you're pushing out a message around what you do, you're promoting the benefits, but hopefully you're going to be attracting people to your business that will want to find out more about what you do, or indeed buy directly from you. So let's look at that in terms of a marketing plan. Now, one of the first things that I would say you need if you don't have one is a diary. And yes, I'm pretty old school because I believe sometimes you don't need to overcomplicate things. So if, like me, you've got a paper diary, start setting out in your diary, you know, activities that you can do. And if you prefer online, maybe if you're a smartphone or a techie person, you can use simple tools like Asana, Trello, or even Slack to actually get you, you know, more organized in an online capacity so that you can see at a glance on your smartphone exactly what it is you need to be doing when. Now, I don't know if you work on your own or in a team, but I personally rely on Asana for, you know, allocating tasks to my team members and also being able to see what's happening at a glance. So if you have got more than one person working with you, if you're not just a solopreneur, look at how you can coordinate your plan using a tool like Asana. And I've actually got a free guide which I can share with you. I'll give the link to Ali and she can share it with you. And that's all about how you can save time and money using, you know, new techniques and also tools that are available on the market to you. Now, once you've got your planner, as I said, the things that want to go in there are your objectives. What is it you want to achieve by when? You know, what resources have you got available to you to help you achieve them? Have you got a team around you? You know, have you got people that will actually help you to distribute your flyers that you're going to print? Have you got people that are going to cascade emails on for you? Have you got mailing lists that you can use? What resources have you got available to help you to achieve your objectives? Because whatever objectives you set, whether they're financial or non-financial, you need to be realistic in terms of how you're going to get there. How are you going to get to that end goal of reaching your sales target? So let's say your goal is to, you know, generate 100K within 6 months. You need to be thinking about the ways in which you can manage your time. So how much money and time have you got available to actually organize your promotional tactics so that you are actually getting return on your investment? And what I mean by that is, you know, if you've put 200 pounds into a campaign and, you know, you're expecting it to get you back 2 million, well, unless you know some kind of guru that can, you know, magic this to happen for you, you've got to be more realistic than that. Because actually, in order for you to get results, you've got to be thinking about what you need in terms of, you know, how much time. You print 10,000 leaflets, how much time will you need to actually distribute them? Where are you going to distribute them? Who's going to help you to distribute them? Okay, you want to get 100 people at your event. How much time are you going to need to plan that event? Who's going to help you to promote the event? Where are you going to promote the event, online and offline? You know, who's going to help you to manage your social media event page? Who's going to help you to put up posters or to coordinate all of your press interviews? Because all of these things, whilst they are promotional tactics, an event is a promotional tactic as well because you're promoting your brand, okay? But you've got to be realistic in terms of, can I do that within the time that I need to do that to achieve the sales goals that I want at the end of it? So let's be realistic when we're setting our goals, okay? Look at the tactics you're going to use. So I'm not sure what you've done so far to date in terms of tactics, but perhaps look at what's worked well for you before and repeat that. Or perhaps look at new things that you can do. Do some research. What are your ideal customers into? What platforms are they on social media? What magazines do they read? You know, who do they look to, you know, for information? You know, make sure you have a really good understanding of your target audience because that will help you to shape exactly what it is you want to do and when. And in terms of the when, you know, timing and that all-important diary comes back into play because you're thinking about seasonal things. Christmas, Thanksgiving, Cyber Monday, Black Friday, New Year. Many things happen in terms of promotions around seasonal activities. So again, when you're mapping out your plan, think about things that you can coordinate in terms of your promotions that are seasonal. And think about your messaging. What is it you're selling in? What is it you're saying? How are you going to build relationships? Because aside from actually going in with the sale all the time or telling people to buy your product, part of your messaging should be a brand story, okay? What is it that you do? Why do you do it? What are the benefits of you doing it? How have you got here? People want to know that. People want to connect with you on an emotional level. So think about how your promotional plan and the tactics that you're using will actually, you know, connect you with people on a human to human level. So we've got tactics, we've got promotional objectives, we've got messaging, but you also want to be thinking about monitoring. How will you track, once you've started implementing those tactics, how will you track success? Maybe you're already tracking success, so you're already very clear on what needs to go into your plan. Maybe you know what works really well and what hasn't worked so well. If there are things that haven't worked so well, simply tweak them and then do something new. Maybe you need to tweak your message or your copywriting. Maybe you need to change the design or the layout of your leaflet. Whatever you need to do, make it happen, because actually the more you tweak is the more you become accustomed to understanding precisely what it is that will work for you. And once you've got that winning formula, that's when you rinse and repeat. So your plan is essentially just you writing out what it is you want to do by when in terms of your objectives. Now, again, your marketing objectives should be aligned to your financial goals, your business goals, the bigger picture, okay, your sales target. And also you want to be thinking about your tactics. What tactics will you use? How much resource have you got available to actually implement what these things are that you want to do? And the monitoring side of things, making sure your messaging is getting across, making sure that you're reaching your target audience, not leaving it until the third month of a 3-month campaign to actually monitor and see how many ticket sales you've got. So having in your plan date order of when you'll go in and review, ticket sales, website hits, how many inquiries you've had by phone, how many downloads you've had of your ebook. That's all part of your promotional plan. So it's very important to consider these things. Set yourself a sales target today if you haven't already. Then look at your marketing plan afterwards. Consider your brand. Consider how social media will fit into that as part of the bigger picture. And combine online and offline tactics. That's the secret to your success. If you look at the bigger companies, imagine yourself as a high street supplier, service provider, or product maker, and think about how bigger companies use or make use of online and offline tactics. So social media combined with your website, combined with a leaflet, for example, that you distribute, or radio interviews combined with a magazine advertisement, combined perhaps with a few blog articles. Whatever works for you, find that pattern and keep repeating it. And I've got to say, there's no magic pill for marketing. It doesn't happen overnight. Unless you've been in business for a long time, or you've been really testing lots of things out and you're really very well clued up on your audience and you've got a lot of intelligence that you can actually make informed decisions on, it does take time. So be patient with yourself, okay? And if you need help, obviously I'm here. I've got lots of free blog articles that you can search through the Ask I2M hashtag, which is ask, the letter I, the number 2, and then the letter M. So you can search me, find me, Ask I2M. I'll give you tips. Obviously, I'm also around if you want to speak to me via the Hapanistas group as well, which is obviously run by the fantastic Jenny Garrett. And I just want to really wish you a fantastic Global Entrepreneurship Week. It doesn't stop after this week anyway. We're always working very hard. It's an up and down journey. So just enjoy the ride. And of course, if you need to speak to me about branding, marketing, or getting started on social media, feel free to reach out. This is Vee Roberts of insighttomarketing.com, and I'm here for you should you need me. Take care and have a great week. Bye-bye.